Hi, Jane Harling here, womenpropertybuyers.co.uk. Now, do you know, we get several phone calls every week asking us what do we think is the estimated average price per square metre that people should pay for either doing a conversion project or perhaps doing a new build. And we find this a really difficult question to answer because the thing is, it's such a wide generalisation that we don't really go by it at all. Just consider for a moment that you've got a big space of say 120 square metres, and in it you place one really luxurious, wonderful one-bed flat. Okay, or perhaps in that same space you could put two really quite nice, spacious two-bed flats, be equally as good. Maybe you could choose to put three pretty average one-bed flats in that very same space. We're still talking 120 square metres, but the prices are going to be vastly different. It cost a lot more for the three one-beds than it would for the one giant one-bed flat. So it's really quite a generalisation, and we prefer not to go by that. We prefer to go by the number of bedrooms when we do our ballpark calculations. But there's other considerations too, because it depends whereabouts you are in the country. If you're in London, your building costs are going to be a lot higher per square metre than if you're down in the southwest where we are, or perhaps up north or over in Wales. And also, what spec are you going for? Are you going for luxury, high-end, or are you going for perfectly good but serviceable, basic level? Because it's so important, as always, not to overdevelop and to tailor your end product for your end market. And then, how much repairs does the building need? Okay, it's a little bit easier in new build once you get out of the ground, but for conversion work, so much can depend on the actual type, status of the building, whether there's any repair work needed as such. And also, what size builder are you using? I don't know if you're using a tall one or a short one. I mean, whether or not, is it a major building company with big overheads, or perhaps a one-man band who brings labourers in and so on? Because that can have a huge impact on the cost. That's not to say that using a big building company, which would obviously cost more, could be less cost effective in the long run, because if he can get the job done that much quicker, you could save on holding costs. But all these variables are going to dramatically alter the cost per square metre that you could be paying. So we would urge people to go very much more for more of an estimate per flat to go by when doing a ballpark calculation, but then get very specific tenders done unless you work with your builder regularly and get at least 3 quotes and go by specifics. Certainly don't ever commit to a project based on a pure metre square price, because we find that to be wildly inaccurate, most of the projects that people bring to us. So I hope that's been useful. It's Jane Harling, womenpropertybuyers.co.uk.